I remember as a child watching Disney cartoons. You've seen Aladdin, the opening scene of Aladdin. Full of racism, this cartoon. Absolute Islamophobic rubbish. Completely upside down. Right? For a start, he doesn't know if it's in India or Arabia anyway, but he goes through the beginning scene and he steals an apple or something, or piece of bread from the market, and he's a starving, poor person, homeless person. He steals the bread, and the person immediately from the market grabs him and gets a sword and he's going to cut his hand. And they want to show that this is what Sharia is. Where's the court? Where's the trial? Where's the evidence and the witnesses? Where's the due process? Where's the fact that this is a perishable item, this is food stuff? Where's the fact that there's a famine? There's no cutting when there's a famine. Where's the issue of quarter dinar? I mean, they make no effort to do any research at all. It's just however they can paint the deen upside down or wrong. And when we grow up with this, it's propaganda. Of course it is. And it's just lazy racism as well. It's just like whatever evil thing you can think of, put it on the Muslims. So the Prophet ﷺ, he explained that look, the Sunnah gives us all these conditions, all this explanation of the verse. The verse just gives you the skeleton framework of, okay, well, you understand that there's a punishment for stealing, it's called cutting. But all of the different conditions, there are lots more. For example, a wife stealing from her husband, there's no cutting. Okay? Okay? Just so you know. Yeah? So, 100%. What's that?
Wife steals from her husband, 100% is not cutting.
No, no cutting, no, it's impossible. Because she has a right over his wealth. How do you know that what she stole doesn't belong to her? Okay? The husband could be stingy. Maybe this is her allowance for next week, she's just taking it early. So you can't get stolen, you can't get your hand cut for stealing your own property. Yeah, even somebody stealing from the state treasury, Baytul Mal. Okay, there's no cutting because all the people have a right over the state treasury. That wealth belongs to the people. So maybe they took their share. Okay, and somebody steals from their employer, there's no cutting because he's entitled to a salary. Maybe he was just taking his salary. Okay, so wherever there is doubt, the punishment is left out. This is how the Sharia operates. But again, all these things, you don't just get it from the verse alone. You need to have other context, other evidence for it. So another example, he mentioned Surah. What's that? Surah An-Nur. Is that Surah Nur, verse 2? I believe that is correct. Surah Nur, verse 2. Yeah, Surah Nur, verse 2. And we'll also mention Surah Nisa, verse 25. Okay, Surah Nur, verse 2.